Hello and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. Last time we made it to the storage spaces, and now we have to traverse the Zero and try to make it back to the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. It's hard to tell whether or not this is the right way, but we should be heading back in its general direction. I really thought we'd be there already. This is highly questionable. This non-Euclidean space is very hard to actually traverse. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll make it back, maybe we won't. We are still looking, as usual, for Dogwood Drive, which really hasn't shown itself much at all. Oh, there's the Bureau. That was nice. It was all about the crystal. You just have to move around the crystal. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Excuse me, Lula. I don't mean to be that person, but Dogwood Drive was not where you said it would be. Or the information about Dogwood Drive was not where you said it would be. If at all possible, you could, illuminate a bit of that issue. That'd be nice. Hello, Miss Crazy Person. How are you doing, Marianne? On a scale of 1 to 10? Back so soon? Can we talk to the clerk, Lula Chamberlain, again? We need to get to the interstate. Not so much. Can we talk to Lula? Shannon, we're trying to once again be reasonable people. Let's talk to Lula. I'm afraid she left in a big hurry. Actually, something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant. We need to get to the Interstate 65. Shannon, we need to communicate with people. I understand you want to get straight to it, but calm down. She seemed pretty interested in a gas station attendant. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate, I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. No, I think we're ready to be processed. Let's just go. That'll be fine. She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Oh, yeah. That's right. My leg and all that. No, my leg is fine. It's okay. Of course. This is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Happy to help. Oh, thanks. That was actually very informative. I appreciate that. Are we going back to the normal world? Yes! We've entered Euclidean space once again. Okay, so where was the, we should probably get our leg checked out. Where was that place? Let's actually take a look at Dr. Truman's house. Get on the 65 going southwest. That's where we're going. Take a right past the observatory just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Okay. We could stop at Equus first, but I really feel like we need to fix the leg and all that, so we're going to head this way. I think this is the right one. Yeah, there's the observatory. Hello, observatory. How's it going? So I guess we just head up here. Dr. Truman, my leg's exploded. I mean, technically that's inaccurate. It's just broken. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum still partially under construction. Is it a museum regarding, like, I don't know, fixing people's limbs and stuff? Wait, can we actually go into the museum? I think we might have been able to actually go into the museum. Let's check. Drive to the museum. Oh, we can. Nice. Dr. Truman, are you still in the museum, perchance? Museum of Dwellings. Let's see what we got. This does not seem to be the place that we're looking for, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Hello, Maurice. How's it going? What? Oh, yeah. He was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. What did he say? Just small talk, you know, like you talk to your buddies or something, like you talk to a dock worker. Just like, damn, this is a lot of rain. I haven't seen rain like that since a storm a couple of years back that took out Lisette's herb garden. Well, you know, Lisette probably should have protected her herb garden from storms, so it's probably Lisette's fault, but at the same time, Thomas, I have no clue who or where you are. You are a strange person. and I would prefer to not at all have to deal with your really strange voice right now. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Hey, whoa, Conway is not drunk. Shannon, maybe. It's arguable, but Conway, I'm pretty sure, isn't right now. Old dog looks like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere, but that's loyalty for you. I thought Maurice liked it. I mean, Maurice seems fine with it. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. Uh-huh. And what is this? Hello, Fred. Who's Fred? I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. How did they get in? They definitely weren't from the power company. Look, does Conway look like he's from a power company? Admittedly, Shannon actually kind of looks like she's from a power company. That's an admittedly easy mistake to make, but Conway, come on now, he looks like a fighter pilot. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were, really, with that storm going on. I know they had to deal with their business. Doesn't affect me, I got my generator, but you know, some of these folks around here, unprepared. Totally unprepared. Fred, you are sketchy as all heck. Shannon, can you talk to me right now? I swear, this is gonna be nope, no Shannon. Conway has completely lost his mind at this point. Flora, I'm pretty sure these people are like members of the town, and I don't even know. It's kind of weird. It's hard to tell, but I think they're previous members of the town talking to the museum staff. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in. They didn't see me. What were you doing up that late? That is a good question. That is a pretty serious. Actually, I kind of want to know what they're talking about, but I also want to know why Flora was up so late. I mean, given that we're never probably going to hear Flora's name again, let's figure out what they were talking about. The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. Yeah, I don't think I kept looking around. Is there anything we can actually see in here? It's kind of hard to tell. I will admit, though, with the whole horseshoe thing, Conway is clearly very good at horseshoes because he hits every time. Just saying. Oh, is that our truck? Hello, truck. How's it going? The truck kind of looks like a water buffalo to an extent. Like, that definitely looks like the face of a water buffalo. Admittedly, the back doesn't look like much like a water buffalo, but at least the front of the car kind of looks like a water buffalo. Conway, are you driving a water buffalo? Because, I mean, technically you can drive a water buffalo, but that's also kind of strange. I think we should just head out. Might I note that swish execution of taking out and putting away the umbrella single-handed. Conway, that is a skill I have never seen before, I will admit. Shannon unfortunately has no umbrella, and Conway does not seem particularly interested in sharing the umbrella with Shannon, which I guess is a bit of an issue because Shannon probably needs an umbrella. How do we get out of here? Are we supposed to stick around longer? Is that what's going down? I guess so. It's kind of hard to tell. I'd like to go out to the truck. Maybe there's something we missed down here, outside of Conway's swish execution of opening the umbrella. Man, and he absolutely does not care about whether or not he's walking or just like standing still. It's all the same to him. Jeez, Conway. Swish is all heck. What's down here, Conway? Ooh, an entire change of perspective. Oh, look. It's, okay. A variety of different types of homes. How nice. That is a tent. They were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Ha ha ha! Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Shut up. What was his name? Walker? Walker, you're the worst. What is this? This is some sort of, like, trailer thing? That kind of house? I guess they must have gone through some papers here, and it was in some disarray, and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad, I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's really organized. What folders were they looking at? That's a good question. Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. They had a list of all the homes we relocated here, a list of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I'd guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled a list of folks who didn't take the offer, folks who moved elsewhere, but they filed that back out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, it seems like. I know you folks know what you're doing, and it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that. Just, how about that roof, huh? You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing out on here, but I don't want to be slumlords now. Oh, shut up, kid. Okay, I clearly understand at this point what is going on. Basically, all of the residents of the town have become ghosts and are inhabiting various, types of homesteads that are currently on display. Why precisely they're on display? Kind of hard to tell, but they're on display regardless. What about this one? What ghost lives here? Oh, it's Thomas. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window. We had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but, you know, shady characters. Whoa, wait. You actually talked to Conway? I thought you were like... Oh, wait. Or are these recordings? Nope, definitely ghosts. 100% ghosts, not recordings, definitely ghosts. What did you talk about? They were asking for Dr. Truman, and I told them all I know about that, which is not very much. What did you know about Dr. Truman? I told them he moved in here with the rest of us when you folks bought up the neighborhood. Then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Okay. So Dr. Truman was taken by the Gestapo, or the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. The Bureau could have reclaimed Dr. Truman's space, stating that it was an unnecessary use of town resources. However, yawn. No, that was terrible. Anyway, however, they did not understand that Conway was showing up to use the town space. I heard them banging around out there, and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on, tried to ignore them, to tell you the truth. Is that a trash bin? I'm gonna level with you. A trash bin is not a form of housing. I mean, you could use it as a house in a pinch, but it's really not ideal. I don't know why there's a ghost of some guy named Fred in a trash can. But I'm going to consider Fred to be quite a strange person if he wants to live in a trash can. It's not really the ideal situation. I'm going to level with you. Fred's a strange one, to say the least. What do we have in terms of this place? Well, this is actually a quaint house. Hey! You're not a ghost! You need to be a ghost! Conway beat her to death. She has to be a ghost. Jeez. Sadie, do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. I'd heard him walk on his boat just a bit earlier before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait and the young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit. What did they talk about? Oh, we talked a bit about the neighborhood. I told them about Hudson and his sailboat, and the nice young couple in the greenhouse, the charming Dr. Truman who used to live here. They were very interested in him, but of course, well, I don't know where he went. Sadie, how did you not know where Dr. Truman went? He's only like the only important person in the entirety of the town. Kinda seems like you'd notice that. Also, not even gonna mention the fact that Conway just randomly has his umbrella open in the middle of like just a building with obviously has a roof. Do you know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a boathouse before. I don't know that older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. Sadie, you realize it doesn't really count as a boathouse if it's not in the water. It's just a house on barrels. I'm not 100% certain that Sadie understands that she's not in the ocean. I'm kind of concerned. Very concerned, but she might be crazy, or she could be a ghost. I'm gonna put my chips in on her being a ghost, actually. She's almost definitely a ghost. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on a boathouse. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we had another storm like that last one... In fact, he has his umbrella open indoor. There we go! See, now she notices that we have an umbrella open. It wasn't leaking that badly. Well, I would say that there are a few leaks, but Conway was just showing off his pretty clever umbrella skills. This place is weird, filled with ghosts and people who pretend to not be ghosts, but almost 100% definitely are in fact ghosts. This is unfortunate. I mean, I didn't want to see too many dead people today. Not because I'm, like, concerned about dead people, because that's just not an ideal situation. But, apparently we're going to see a lot of ghosts out here. So where are we going on up here? Maurice! Please keep up with the rest of the crew. I want to keep you round, but if you're too slow, that's going to be an issue. Where prithee does this go? Man, this is a big museum, isn't it? It's kind of ridiculous. I did not expect to be able to go. It's got to be at least a story or two up. I mean, at least Conway already has his umbrella open. I feel like that was a good move. It was definitely a good move. What do we have up here? Hello? Any ghosts up here? Oh, look, Shannon got her own umbrella out. Shannon, you have to be that guy. Guess what? I'm not taking out my umbrella anymore, Shannon. I'm not having it. We have to be different. We can't conform to Shannon. They wouldn't come in just rushing around. You could tell they were worn and it was late at night, but guess rushing around. Well, there was some urgency in the old man's injury, so it's understandable. How was he injured? That's a good question. Ghost, do you know how Conway became injured to begin with? His leg, it was twisted or something. He held it while he walked and made these painful little sounds in his throat. Oh, come on. That's over-exaggerating. Oh, how? I don't know. I didn't ask. What was that in the background? Was that an antediluvian creature, like, running around with a cage? What the heck? Ugh. Jeez. Well, we just don't know. I suppose we never will. Conway, I'll admit, I'm actually getting uncomfortable with you not having an umbrella out. You better put that on. Oh, it's just giant crows. Okay, that's fine. So long as it's not antediluvian creatures running around with cages, it's okay. If it's giant crows, I can accept that. I heard a shout from downstairs. The man had stumbled in the rain. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in my getting involved. Well, I mean, I'm not that dangerous of a person. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably only up around about an 8. So, I mean, that's dangerous, but it's not the most dangerous you can have. I mean, I'm not a serial killer yet. I didn't see her hear a thing all night. I was in back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in, and each one of those had got to be individually labeled, you know? But I heard of some from the neighbors that they weren't up to any harm, just passing through. We're definitely up to no harm, I will admit to that. Just passing through, kind of. I mean, we're looking for a doctor. I don't know if there is a doctor. Hey, Ezra, who are you? What are you doing just standing out in the middle of the rain? And Maurice, you need to get under an umbrella. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? Ezra, you're not a ghost? That's kind of weird. We should probably cut to the point. Shannon, please, do your thing where you're incredibly impolite, but we need to kind of find Dr. Truman. Yes, ma'am, he's out in the forest. Me and Julia took him out there a few nights ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. Or when they do, it gives them nightmares about giant crows searching for your family's sleeping places and picking them out and then eating their guts. Weirdly specific nightmares and communal nightmares, but nightmares nonetheless. So we take them out to the forest to sleep and then bring them back in the morning. So, I'm getting pretty tired myself. Could we convince him to bring us out there? He hurt his leg. We're looking for Dr. Truman to help him out. Shannon, I was actually legitimately tired. Jeez, is your family out in the forest, Ezra? Oh no, they're, I don't know where they are. Me and Julia were looking for them for a while, but, Ezra, did your family become ghosts, or were they eaten by giant crows? Because either way, it's not a good situation for you. I'm gonna have to level. Anyway, we had a job to do here, taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep, and maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll be back to looking. So can you tell us how to get to the forest, perchance? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julia can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I've just got to call him over. Oh, no. You ride the giant crows. Don't ride the giant crows. That's wrong. Look, the giant crows are not a thing that we're supposed to be riding. They're a thing to be feared and hunted, preferably by people who have a specific set of skills for hunting giant crows. We're not riding the giant crows. It's not gonna happen. Conway doesn't even care. Conway doesn't care in the slightest. The crow's gonna come down, and he's just gonna... Our umbrellas! We paid good money for those umbrellas, Crow! Jeez! What the heck? I guess we're flying via giant crow over to some forest where people sleep at night? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a sketchy situation. It has to be said. I'm gonna guess that we don't have to actually move the crow. We might have to move the crow. Do we? Oh, we do move the crow. Okay. So I guess the crow has become for us our vehicle. I guess that's okay. I don't think that's okay. That's kind of weird. I don't really want to have a crow as a vehicle, but up here somewhere is going to be the forest thing. There's a church. That's nice. Anyway, for now, that will bring us to the end of this episode. We've apparently been picked up by a crow, a giant crow, that may or may not have eaten Ezra's family earlier. I'm telling you right now, probably ate Ezra's family. But, we're on a crow. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but it's where we are. Anyway, for now, that will bring us to the end of the episode, as has been said. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will continue to be on a crow. And until then, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.